Morning.
All right. We're on your Daled. The Gemara says V'hashir Teva. That means you left out other details from the Mishnah. For example, taking out the Aron Kodesh. They used to take out the Aron Kodesh to the street. They didn't mention that. So if they didn't mention that, they didn't mention the other things. So the Gemara says that's not an answer. Imishum Teva Lav Shiuruhu. That's not leaving something out, because Mili did Sinik Tani. It only mentioned things that you did privately. Mili did Farhesya Loktani, but things that were done publicly they did not mention. And since the Teva's brought out outside, it's something before Farhesya. Amar Vashi Masnis Nami Deka. I'll show you from the Mishnah the same thing. Diktani Ma Elu Yisrael Rishonis. How were the later fasts additive to the early ones? The later fasts, they would blow shofar and they would close the stores. But everything else, they were equal. Maybe you'll tell me over there, it left things out. The ma'elu ktani. Ma'elu implies they didn't leave anything out. V'tizbra ma'elu davkahu. But ma'elu is also not davka. V'ashayir la teva. They didn't mention taking out the aron. Again, the Gemara says, Mishum teva lav shiuruhu. Mishum de kachashav le'b'yidich pirka. It was mentioned in a different parak. Oh, hashta da'asas lahachi. Esim rabbanami lav shiuruhu. The 24 brachos and Shemona Esrei, it's not a shir because the Torah le'b'yidich pirka. It's also taught in a different parak. My avi Allah. What's the final halacha? Amar Shmuel bar Satroi. That the Anenu is said between the brachos of Goel Yisrael and Rafa'inu. Rav Asher Rav Yanai Rav Yishmael b'Shomet Tefillah. The Hilchasa b'Shomet Tefillah, and therefore we do it b'Shomet Tefillah. Tanichada ubaris umenikos, pregnant women and nursing women, misanis b'rishonis v'misanis b'achronis. They only fast on the beginning ones, not on the later ones. Tani yidich misanis b'achronis v'misanis b'rishonis. Another Bryce says they fast on the last ones, not the beginning ones.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Which days we talking about? What days they fast? What's the first days and last day?
We set up 3 cycles. Initially, if there's no rain.
I see. Oh, the first, I know, I remember that, yeah.
Then there's a middle set, then there's a later set.
Yeah.
So, V'tanya Nechein Mesanas Lo B'Rishonos Lo B'Achronos. Aravashi Nekot and Siyosach B'Yodcha. The middle one. Get the middle one in your hand. B'Tartzin Kulu. They fast only the middle ones, not the beginning ones, not the later ones. That's the halacha. Ma elu yiseres al rishonos al shmelu masrim v'noanos lachamiyos. That the later ones, they would do trua. We'll see what that is. We would close the stores. So the Gemara wants to know about my masriim. Rav Yudah Bar Shoifros, that blue shofar. Rav Yudah Bar Rav Shmuel Bar Shilas B'Shrei Rav Omar Banenu. That masriim means you say anenu. And the Havamina is that they're mutually exclusive. The one that learns that trua means anenu means it doesn't mean shofar. Umanda b'shofar is lo amar banenu. Ba'atanya, but we have a baraisa in poichsit misheva taniyas alat tzibur. You don't do less than 7 public fasts. Shebahen shmona esrei asros that have 18 blowings. The similar davar Yericho. The Yericho shofar sava. In Yericho, when Yoshua destroyed Yericho, they blew shofar. This seems to support the notion that Masriyan means shofar. So, Ela b'shofar tzkom lo pligi dekoy lo asra. There's no machloikas. Everybody holds that hasra refers to shofar. The question is, ki pligi banenu. Mar savar koy le asra. One mandama holds anenu is also called hasra. Umar savar lo koy le asra. The mandamar banenu, the one who says asra is banenu, kol shekin b'shofars. You would do both. Shoifer and Anenu. Mandaber Shoifer Saval Banenu Lo. So what do you mean? The one who learns Shoifer means you don't say Anei Vatanyu, Shar Kumine Paranis or Misrakshos. Other problems for the community besides lack of rain could go on Chikuch, a disease, Chagav, grasshoppers, Vuv, flies, Zira, wasps, Yitushin, other types of fleas. Shiluch, the Choshev Akravim, snakes and scorpions. Lo Yumasrian, Elat Soyakim. They would daven midit tza'aka bepeh hasra b'shoifras. So Tanoi it's machlokes Tanoi. The Tanya al elu masrin b'Shabbos al yirshiku f'gayis nor. A city that is attacked by soldiers or being flooded by a river, or al sfina matrez a boat that is sinking. You can blow shofar on Shabbos. Rabbi Yossi Yomer le'Ezra. You blow shofar if you think that it's going to help in terms of human help. Avalola tzaka, but not for crying in Lashem. Now, b'mai, what do you mean crying? Ilay b'shoifros, shoifros b'Shabbos mishori. We don't allow, we're not allowed. Shoifer is muktzah on Shabbos. And allow banenu. We're talking about kriya banenu, v'kori le'asra. Shmami know that we have paskin like Rav Yehuda bar Rav Shmuel that we call hasra banenu. Bishani to Rabbi Yehuda is
Now, what the shofar, there's if it's a individual one, does he blow shofar or not? There's
No.
Shofar is only for
only for the
tzibur, right?
tzibur. Only for the tzibur.
Tzibur.
Rabbi Yehuda Nisi Avatzar. There was an affliction in the years of Yehuda Nisa. Gozer Tlosas Taniyos V'lo Iani. He was gozer 13 fasts. No, they weren't answered. Sover Lemigzert Fei. He was going to make more fasts. Amalei Ravami. Harayamrei Matrichin Asatzibur Yoser Midai. You don't declare more than 13 fasts. Otherwise, it's a tircha de tzibur. Ravami de Avad with Garmehu David. When Ravami said that he was going to do it, it was for himself, not for the tzibur. When do we say there's a limit? Only 13, that's for rain. But all these other tzoros, like locusts, everything else, you continue fasting until it goes away. The limitations of 3 or 7 is for rain. They daven and they fast until the affliction is removed. So maybe this is a tiyuf to Ravami. Ravami. It's not a tiyuf to Tanoi. It's machlokes Tanoi. The Tanya. In goyzrin yoyser mishloshes v'taniyos alat tzibur, l'fishem matrichlas at tzibur yoyser midai div Rebbe. So Rebbe holds you only do 13 because it's a tircha de tzibur. Rabbi Shimon Gamliel he agrees, but not for the same reason. Lo min Hashem u'zeh. It's not because of tircha when they shiyatzas manashal revia. We already learned we don't ask for rain after Nisan because it's not the time of rain. So we stop fasting because there's no more time left. You're going to end up fasting after Nisan. We don't want to fast after Nisan. The people of Nineveh sent to Rebbe, we need rain in the summer. What should we do? Do we treat ourselves like somebody who has a private issue? Hello, Jacob. Jacob. Good morning. I'm teaching Daf Yomi now. Well, yeah, bye-bye. Hechinavid, ki echidim daminan, al karabim daminan. Ki echidim daminu v'shemet tefillah, and we put aranenu v'shemet tefillah, al karabim daminu v'birkas hashanim. Shalach lu, ki echidim damisu. We do it like Yechidim and we put it in Shemet Tefillah. When do we have these taniyos and the very special brachos? When Klal Yisrael lives on their land in peace, Aval Bizman Hazeh, where we're spread all over the world, HaKol Lefi Hashem, HaKol Lefi HaMakoymes, HaKol Lefi Hazman. Everything is for the Tzoyrech. If we need rain, we need rain. Armele Masnisa Ramis Ale de Rebbe. You're asking a kasha from a Baraisa on Rebbe. Rebbe Tana Upalig. Rebbe's allowed to argue because he's a Tana. Ma'avi Allah, Rav Nachman Amar Birkas Hashanim. That the people in Nineveh put their Anenu between Goel Yisrael and Refrainu. And Rav Shishim Rabbi Shemet Tefillah. The Hilchos of Shemet Tefillah. That means if you need rain, when it's not time of rain in Eretz Yisrael, you put it in Shemet Tefillah. Basheni Matinim Chashecha. We're talking about closing the stores. Monday, Thursday, Monday. On Monday, they would already open it up a little bit at the end of the day. Chamishi Kol Hayom, they would keep it open the whole day because of Shabbos. Basheni Matinim Chashecha. They open a little bit in the evening of the Chamishi Kol Hayom, they kvod Shabbos. Oidil Basheni Matin of the Chamishi person Kol Hayom Kulo. Maybe you open it up a whole day on Monday, and on Thursday also you open up a whole day. Toshma the Tanya Basheni Matinada Erev. V'chamishi Posman Kulam and Nekvada Shabbos. Haylo Shnei Psachim. If the store had two openings, Poisechecha v'Noy Lechad. He shows he opens one door and he closes the other door. Haylo Itzma Keneged Piskol. If he has a stand in front of the store. So that you can keep open. These fasts passed and they still weren't answered. They stopped doing business. They don't do construction. They don't do planting. The binyan, we're talking about binyan shel simcha. And the tia shel simcha. Is there a binyan shel simcha? Is there a boin beis chasnos livno? Someone who builds a beis chasanim for his son. Is there an atil shel barnaki shel malachim? If you build a garden for beauty, so that we don't build, and we don't say shalom aleichem. We say shalom. Torah bar chaverim ain't shela shalom b'dem. Chaverim don't say shalom aleichem to each other. Amei arz shalom, but amei arz don't know the halacha. They ask you, machzir lehem b'sofa raf of a kovid. You answer them, but in a serious way, quiet voice. And very sincere, like you answer someone who's an avil. They sit like avelim and excommunicated people, like people who were pushed aside by HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that you have to see ourselves that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is angry with us. Until Hashem has mercy. An Adam Choshev cannot fall on his face unless he knows for sure he's going to be answered. Otherwise, it's a bizoyon to the Talmid Chacham. If the Talmid Chacham puts his head down and he's not answered, Shenemar, Vayom Hashem al Yoshua kum leich, lama zata noifel al panecha. So he was answered. You can't put on a sackcloth unless you're sure you're going to be answered. Not everybody can tear his clothing. Not everybody can fall down. Moishavar benefila, Yoshev Kalev bikriya. Moishavar benefila d'chsivay pol Moshevar al pneim. Yoshev Kalev bikriya d'chsiv Yoshev benun v'Kalev benifuna korvi geyam. Maski for Rav Zeir Vitim Rav Shmuel Nachmeni Aviksiv Yoshua without the vav Kamrit Hasha d'chsiv Yoshua Havahav. He did both. He did nefila and he did kriya. He needed both. Not everybody can do something bekima, standing up, and not everybody can do something bishtachava. Mlachim bekima. Mlachim kings have to do it standing up. The sorry bishtachava officers have to bow. Mlachim bekima t'chsiv koam Hashem goy Yisrael kedoishay livzo nefesh l'misav goy levin mlachim yeruva kamis. The sorry, because it says come. The sorry mishtachava. Tichsiv sorry mishtachavu. Master Rav Zeir Vitem Rav Shmuel ben Achmeni. Yaviksiv the sorry mishtachavu kidei amrit. Hash tichsiv sorry without the vav. Havaha. They each did separate. Amrav Nachman Yitzchak Afani Omer. Lo kol lo oir v'lo kol simcha. Tzadikim lo oira. Visharim l'simcha. Tzadikim lo tichsiv orzer l'tzadik. We'll leave the last pasuk for the siyum. Okay, we'll start the new parak tomorrow night, 8:00. Elazar.
Okay, well, Shkoyach.
Have a good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos. Good Shabbos. Thank you. Shkoyach.